Nearer, my God, to thee, nearer to thee, even though it be a cross that raiseth me. Still my song shall be nearer, my God, to thee.
Born in 1828, one of Jean-Baptiste Bouchie Wacon's younger boys, William Bouchie would become the first permanent settler of Bouchie Lake BC. Billy, as he is commonly known, went on to work for the Hudson's Bay Company and Governor Sir James Douglas. Billy passed away July 29, 1921 at the age of 93 from pneumonia. The community of Bouchie Lake celebrates Billy's memory with the annual Billy Bouchie Days celebrations.
Darkness be over me, my rest a stone. Things were different just a while ago, but we moved fast 'cause our hearts can't go slow. I know that he would travel oceans far, and he'd do it in his old broken car. So if he calls me, his with pride and joy, and always finds a way to make me smile when the day's been long. He gets sweeter.
The barrel backwards with him sitting on it, and he went a complete somersault, landed right on his face in the snow. His Stetson went one way and the lid went the other.
How could someone care that much? Now I know the heart that I can.
I've been here 71 years.
To be thankful is to know what you have.
Then when we finally moved home, my two sisters had to walk from all the way up here, all the way to Bouchie Lake to go to school. Summer and winter.
With pride and joy when my hair is turning gray.
Second sister next to me, she was a fast walker, and Lorna wasn't very big, so Lorna, she spent all her time running, and they run to go to school, and they went every day, winter or summer. When they went to school, and they were there every day.
When I grew up, she gave all she could give. Made sure we had good lives to live. Even when she lost her job and things were.
This was the original lookout of Bouchie Lake right here.
Always made sure we had enough. She raised me to believe that I am strong. Don't let pride blind you when you're wrong. Before we'd sleep, she'd always sing a tune.
My parents bought down the road. It was actually the old Norwood place, hence the name Norwood Road.
Yeah.
And when we actually arrived with our trucks full of goodies, the schoolhouse up the road, much to my parents' disgust, was up on blocks ready to be moved. So they did some investigating, and what they found out was you can't keep a school open unless you have at least 10 children. So there was only 9 children in the community. My brother and I made 11, so the school went back down on its foundation, and it sat there for many years.
She taught me to be thankful, to be kind. There's something great in all you find. I hope that she can feel it in this tune.
they put a new school down at the end of Barker Road, and that's where I first went to school, on that school. It was called the 6 Mile School, and the kids from the sawmill and around along this side of the lake, there was a few kids around. That's where we went to school.
Went to Bouchie Lake School, yeah. When I started there, it's in the same place. There was just the 2 buildings that when I started. They had been moved from, one was further towards town down the hill, and the other one was over by the lake. And they had been moved there. But when I first started, they were together there. I think that was in '59.
Yeah, no matter what, she loves me to the moon.
My first rock concert, Bryan Adams and Sweeney Todd in the Bouchie Lake Hall. Seeing Sweeney Todd and Bryan Adams at such a young age, I think I was around 11 years old, and extremely influential. See a live rock and roll show back when you're that young, and you know, you're hanging around with a bunch of 16 and 17 and 18-year-old guys and gals, and being allowed to be involved in that feeling that happens when you see live music. I think it's been a big influence for me. It's put me where I am, helped put me where I am today. Living in rural Bouchie Lake through all the 70s and the 80s was very interesting. If you're an outdoor type of person, lots of recreation. We got a lot of great lakes, a lot of great people around that you know, they share their time and they share their interests. We were fortunate enough to have the Floons have El Dorado Recreation. It was a neat RV park that they had back in the 70s, and really good people owned it. They welcomed all of us kids. They had a little snack bar, trampolines, and you know, all the fun stuff that kids like to do. And we did a lot of swimming, and you know, and then when wintertime come around, my grandma, she lived on the lake for most of my life, and very avid snowmobilers and skaters and into cross-country skiing, and so the lake was used for many different things, and created a lot of good memories living on the lake.
Idle back down, 10 more miles, roll into town.
They had a fishing camp and a resort already started at the lake before my father and my mother and myself purchased the lake property. We had a big slide, and the slide was about 14 feet high, and I fiberglassed the run of the slide, and we had a hand pump that you pumped up, and you pumped up the water and you sprayed it down, and then you climbed up, and there was literally, you know, kids just lined up steady to use that. Up from the just off of where the main house was the old original Vernon house, as far as I know. We had a concession in that house, and in the concession, I think we probably, without a doubt, had the first ice cream machine ever in Bouchie Lake.
Competitive snowmobile hill climbing originated right here at Bouchie Lake, with Ken and Wanda Falloon, as well as Jerry and Leanne Fisher, Dave and Linda Laser, Steve Crane, and Don and Jean Patchett. The first climb was at Groundhog Lake in Wells, BC in 1983.
Running on rails, we're living on time. Freight train blues, we're loving it.
It's hard for me to see all that I need to be when I am blindsided by expectations and complications, but I'll keep on going, 'cause the world keeps on going.
We are descendants of the person who came along the river known as Wakan Boucher.
Slow down for me. Yeah, I know that the world will keep spinning, but I
a sense of history, a sense of place, a sense of community.
Keep running so I can keep running to far off places and thrilling races, but I need to catch up. Will I make my way up?
We knew each other way before 1953.
Our parents knew each other.
Yeah.
Our grandparents knew each other. Yeah.
Slow down for me.
We get together every year. We've been doing that for 11 years now. And this year we changed our plans rapidly so that we could be at Bouchie Lake for this weekend.
I need to breathe. When I trip and fall, still I give it my all. I trip and fall, still I give it my all. 'Cause I know it won't slow down for me. Yeah, I know it won't slow.
I'm Richard Armstrong, and I'm a private pilot. Been flying for 45 years. The majority of that as a float plane pilot, bush pilot.
Come to town, we used to drive cattle in here in the fall once a year. Come on the Blackwater Road.
Yep.
Yep.
So there's the road?
Yeah. It used to stay at Sanford's one night.
Nice and quiet.
Keep us, O Lord, from pettiness. Let us be large in thought, in word and deed. Let us be done with fault-finding and leave off self-seeking. May we put away all pretense and meet each other face to face without self-pity and without prejudice. May we never be hasty in judgment and always generous. Teach us to put into action our better impulses, straightforward and unafraid. Let us take the time for all things. Make us grow calm, serene, and gentle. Grant that we may realize that it is the little things that create differences, that in the big things of life we are one. And may we strive to touch and know the great human heart common to us all. And, O Lord God, let us not forget to be kind.
We could be persuasive. Would they understand if we walked in together and you were holding my hand?
Beth hund ilna western Nepal Ninjas and Iltas Neske Ventan Besh and Iltas Neske Ventan Nehuam Kotu John General John one time so se good night.
That's how I know you're my great unknown. Your love can never be shown. That's how I know you're my great unknown. Take me to the forest.
I would just thank everyone, and I would say awitsa, which means that's all.
And my great unknown.
the time has come to stand this ground. All of nature rises up to bring us around. Arrow shot into the sky. Now it's hit the ground. All of nature rises up to bring us around. People gathering, people know, the young, the old, the stories told. New day has dawned, it's sunshine and gold.